All right, tonight's Select Board Water Commissioner meeting agenda for January 22nd, 2024. We have Ferdinand Gagne for the Franklin County Field Days, Aaron Macy for some town issues, approve liquor license for Jolly Convenience Store, sign fleet permits, sign warrants, approve meeting minutes, work on 2024 budget, sign corrected mileage certificate, letter from Gloria Sweet about water break, and proposal from jail masonry. And we have Seth here from the highway department. Anyone else have anything they want to add?
Executive session to discuss personnel.
Mm-hmm. The floor is all yours, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm Ferdinand Gagne. And I got wind 2 weeks ago, you guys, at your meeting, you discussed some land that the Sheldon owned that might fit the field days, right? So I looked into it, and unfortunately, you can never develop it. It's a permanent reserve, forest reserve, because of the soils and the trees and the plants and the bugs.
You're talking about that land over on Sweet Hollow Road? That's correct?
Yep. So I just came over to thank you for thinking of us. And definitely, if you guys have any other land that you, we definitely are interested. We need something. We have right, as of today, hardly nothing. We're looking at one spot, but it may not materialize. It may not be any good.
How much land are you exactly looking for?
Between 75 and 100 would be perfect. More would be even better. And then you got growth. So that's what we need. You think you have any? No.
I wish I could pull it out of a hat for you, but no.
Or if you hear about any other place around Franklin County, I like Sheldon myself because it's right dead center of Franklin County. You know, and we would draw more people because it'd be closer. It used to be here 100 years ago for that reason. So it'd be nice if it was here again. So I'll leave you this information that my civil engineer dug up, and Elizabeth Nance and Dick from Thompson, from Industrial Development, and well, that's it, the purple thing right there.
Mm-hmm. So while you're here, we are proposing, or we put in our budget for $5,000 for you guys. What is that exactly going to be used for?
Okay, what we have now at Field is we gotta move.
Yep.
We have like 20 buildings,
Mm-hmm.
2 wells,
Mm-hmm.
a wastewater system for thousands of people. That's a huge system.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta move everything, some of that, and the electrical have 23 meters, electric meters. I mean, it's a little city. When you guys go to the fair,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little city, right? 7,000 to 8,000 people in one night. I mean, that's a huge. So many bathrooms, you need lighting and entertainment. It's going to cost a lot of money. Right now, we have around 300,000 in the bank. State of Vermont is holding another 100,000 for us in capital grant money that they have issued to us because we're in the process of moving. So we got some money, but I mean, we're not going to go very far with that. I won't even buy us a piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
So we've asked all the towns in Franklin County if they would like to help. That way, that's, and whatever help we get, great. 'Cause we're really not going to go away. We're going to find something somewhere and establish till we do have something permanent. Right now, we're going to be at our present site for 1 more year. I'm hoping maybe 1 more year. Mr. Joe Finn, Secretary of Transportation, he said, "Fern, this is it. This is your last year. The FAA is breathing down my back, and your father's working for us in Montpelier, and trying to do all we can to try to stay there a little bit longer until we're able to find something. But it won't be easy once we find it. It's going to be very costly.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking $4 to $5 million to move what we have now into a new site, or to have in a new site what we have now. So
How many years have you been there?
It's been there 40 years.
40 years.
Next year will be 40.
Thanks.
This year's 39, but 40 at that site. Next year will be 50 years for field days since it started in Fairfax. It came to Sheldon here, I think for 3 years, maybe 4, at the Brulette Farm. And from there, they saw the big mess that we had. The airport, somebody down there said, well, there's some nice land over here, why don't you put it over here? So they moved over there and they've been there and they put up buildings. It's an Act 250 permit. We submit our application and our plans to the state, the V-Train, if we want to put up a building. They obtain the Act 250 permit for us. We don't pay for it, but they get it for us. Well, they know that we've been doing this and all of a sudden, boom, you gotta go loop. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Nothing's going there. That's what they tell us. But in case somebody wants to use that land, it'll be available. So, it's in a rock and a hard place, you know, maybe, people are probably kind of not happy about it, you know, a lot of people love going there. I mean, I've been going there all my life, now I help a little bit with it. My father helped join, he's a director now, he loves it. Yeah, so,
It's a tall task to try to find a new site for that right now.
yeah. It's like, we've been trying to talk to them to leaving us stay there. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah, so,
No other promising sites.
pardon?
No other promising sites have come up.
Not yet, nothing yet. I hope something does. You guys have any more questions?
I don't know. No.
But I appreciate all the help that you give us, you know. And so, we can move forward.
But sandy soil is what you're definitely looking for if you can, right?
Sandy soil, so nobody gets stuck. Addison County has clay, and this fall they had a, last fall, they had a big mess down there. Everybody was stuck in the parking lot pulling this up. And it's very costly. Where we are now, it rains 20 minutes later, we got dust. Even tractor trailers can drive everywhere after heavy rain. It's very nice. Very nice. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at our fair.
Yes,
August
certainly.
3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
All right.
Sounds good, thank you.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Once we have Safways here, you got budget stuff for us, Saf? I'm hoping that's what you got for us.
Yeah, I mean,
We're talking about salaries actually. We have that stuff. The other insurance I need. Did you like we'll go down to
Uniform.
uniform boots. Did you like how we did that last year? Did
Yes.
that work for you guys?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
worked very good.
Yeah.
Kim, that worked alright for you once we got it ironed out what exactly they were doing and how they were doing it?
Well, you have to clarify what they're doing, because they were buying sweatshirts and stuff, but in the policy, it said we were going to supply t-shirts and sweatshirts.
Okay.
yeah, I'll get some more from Joe Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll just clarify that in our policy.
So it's just pants and boots.
Yeah, pants and boots, but we said that we just need to clarify that on our end, so we will do that.
Sorry, I was gonna say that was budgeted at 5,000 last year. Is this the new number? Is this what you submitted for numbers?
No.
That's what we use for,
Well, I've got the receipt, but for the 2024 budget, it's less than half is what I'm looking at here.
Oh. No, that's,
Yeah, it is.
Uniform.
Well, they only buy boots and pants, so
Right,
Yeah,
also
like
that, we
24.
have an
750.
additional person, that's what I was,
Yeah, true.
I think you
This
said 750 per person.
but we used,
Does the sweatshirts and t-shirts come out of that too?
Mhm.
Or- okay. Has Matt bought any clothing, do you know?
Yes.
He did good for the first of the year.
Yeah.
So now we're all, evened out for 24
You mean for 20?
for this year.
They just all bought
Okay.
new boots, pants, but you still get boots
once a year,
once a year, so.
maybe we could just put it at 4, just to see how much it's spent with an additional person instead of use the
Yeah.
budget, we don't use it, we don't use it.
Yeah, no.
So is that gonna be 4,000, is that what you said for uniforms?
Yep.
Paper. So what do you, so the pager, I know we've had discussion about this before, what, do you carry it at all? Do you use it at all? Who has it? Is there one, is there two?
Just one.
Just one?
Is it rotating?
We canceled the other one because it was dead, so I just carry it, the new one.
And it works?
Yeah.
Do you guys rotate it or you just keep it all the time?
I just keep it.
Unless you're on leave or something.
Yeah.
Do we still use that Department of Corrections?
No,
Should we just get
There's
rid of
nothing in the budget for it.
no, there's nothing right now, but it's for, and then since COVID, they haven't come back. And I think they actually canceled
I
the,
was gonna say, should we delete the line item?
so they might.
It will be deleted, we didn't use it, well, I can't delete it because it hasn't budgeted on it. Next year it will be.
Next year, we'll delete it. Okay.
We didn't budget anything before for miscellaneous, okay. Alright, let's look at, class 2 maintenance. 2 you were good, 3 you were not so good. But I think some of that was the, project down on,
Alcohol.
yeah,
Nope,
Alcohol.
no,
It wasn't.
no, that was the,
none of it is, that's all class 2 and 3s, cause, we did Shawville and the Better Back Road grant.
yeah. That was, I think, from the switching of Duffy Hill to down on Port Farm.
No, that
That
was
was-
last year.
Yeah, the 2020.
This is, that he did last fall,
Mhm.
not this
that's
fall.
all. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking, I'm getting my.
I know, it's hard to remember what we're doing, what
Yeah,
year.
I was
is.
pretty sure that, okay. Okay. I mean, if you look at the two together, you're still over what both of them were, so.
That's a cutback.
Do you know why you ran 26 over?
Mostly from that stone. Buying all the stone, but
Did we use all the stone?
yeah.
We did, don't we have a pile?
Yeah, but that was from the year before. If you're going like that, it was the same pile as the previous year.
But you bought it this year,
Here,
so that's in this number.
that's in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't use all the stone, but we will by April.
So is there a way to cut back on it, or do we need to budget for it that amount of stone? I guess that's what I'm wondering, is you said we gotta cut back, or you're telling me that you need that amount of stone? Or that you
Not
can cut
necessarily.
back?
Yeah, it all depends what the year is, what the year brings really, but, keep it at 50 and I'll cut back.
Okay.
Okay.
And then next year we're up for paving, right, Kim? Or is it this year?
I don't think we
It's been
are.
3 years. This is our
What,
third.
have you talked to anybody at the state about it?
I talked to John a while ago.
Did he say we were up? I don't
He
think,
doesn't really know until,
yeah, I think
March or
we're
April.
still not in the top 3.
Okay. So,
Well, it depends on if someone else doesn't take it, but
yeah,
that's not the case.
yeah,
usually.
because I think last time it took us 4 years, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
If I remember.
and with everything that happened with all these other towns washing out,
Yeah. Where are you thinking you want to try to go this year anyways, paving? Have you thought about
Well, if we did get the grant, I'd say put the grant money on your shoulder road. Like,
Yeah.
if you have parents,
it? Yeah.
and then, with our money, we could go do some of these smaller roads around here, down by, Rock Tent, or West Rock, on, maybe hit like, Church Street.
We gotta finish up right now, right?
Yeah, right, so,
Yeah. So, we'll leave that one the same for this year, probably. Good.
actually Joe stopped in today, and of course he doesn't know what the price is.
Yeah, yeah. That's the hardest part. It's like we don't
Give
know
us some free
until.
hats. Wants to keep his, or the business.
Mhm. And we don't know. And we won't.
And he won't know until
Yep.
end of April.
Mm-hmm.
And we won't know about the grant until it's like April, mid-April.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything more about the big bridge?
Have no.
about this bridge down here, Bridge Street.
We're gonna cover our expenditures with ARPA funds,
For which?
the big bridge for the exploratory. I think it was a $10,000 grant for that.
I don't remember any grant.
No, we haven't had.
We haven't done anything.
We haven't done anything for that down there. We haven't had to do anything for that. That was all state money. They were paying.
I haven't heard of any funds for that bridge, except for we transferred it from Bouchard Road
Yeah, to there.
to here, and that's,
That's it. I haven't heard.
yeah.
And last time I had my TAC meeting, Kyle didn't have any updates on where that was at. Cause I asked about it.
Kyle, as in Carpenter,
Kyle, as in Kyle.
oh, the guy at Northwest Regional,
Mm,
okay,
Rainier.
Yeah. We're on the list.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
on the list of the top 10. Road signs probably keep the same.
Guardrails, we didn't do any this year?
No, because I knew we were over budget on a few things, so I didn't do any guardrails toward the end of the summer, or halfway through the summer. I knew we were gonna be over on a few things, so I figured we could just switch that money around.
We get the same idea for where we want to get for
Yeah.
next year.
Down by the sewer plant, by the rock, or West Rock entrance, there's some old kilo ones. I figured both sides of the road there, and the other side of the road on the heights,
The Sheldon Heights, yeah.
and see where that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the use post and use it doesn't even look used.
No.
You know, like,
Yeah.
it looks brand new, you know, and from a 25-mile-an-hour drive by.
Is that staying the same?
Yep.
Okay. And that's our permit, that's the same.
So I have to go up because or just leave it the same and. if we-
Last year we had to pay, I forgot what the other part of that grant was. There was two parts to it, but it's only the $13.50 this
Okay.
year, I checked it.
Bridge, you're gonna leave that the same. This one you have to do better.
Yeah, I'll just leave the same and I'll cut back. I'm pretty sure we're good for a few years anyway.
No, both of those, 18 and the 21, both had new oil pans, right?
Just 18.
Just the 18?
We just did it the other day, so that should give it a pretty good hefty bill for that.
Yeah, we already did, because that was, no, it was this year.
Yeah,
So should
that's off the budget right there
increase,
for just that.
increase it?
Have one of those tandems already had an oil pan though?
What, was one of them the radiator? Is that what that
Yeah,
was?
that's the radiator was my truck, the new truck.
Yeah.
That's why it's more, plus I bought those new tires. Those
Mhm.
tires are like 8,000 just alone.
So, do we need to go up to, I mean, take out the tires or?
I'd say we're pretty good on tires, I mean, the 21's under warranty for everything else.
Yeah.
It's just Jim's trucks had a few issues with it.
So you can leave yours at 5, you wanna go Jim's up to,
8 maybe.
What did you end up buying for tires for yours?
The,
Just the 4 in the back?
yeah, and we got
Yeah.
steer tires too. So we had those the summer tires, and you can't steer in the winter time, you know.
And
So we
the
did-
truck's gonna need tires this year though?
We swapped them around. We put mine on Jim's truck, his were bald. Cause he's mostly on the west end, there's no hills to climb over there where I got hills, so. I think if we send some more recaps down, I think we'll be good.
Is he gonna need, or you gonna need summer tires?
I'll just put my front tires somewhere back on.
do you think he's gotta go to 7 or 8 or 6?
I'd say be on the safe side.
Utility truck, we never had anything under that, so. 3?
I put 2,000 over there, but I didn't know oil changes.
I was just looking at the 15 was always 5, but then
I'm thinking it's brand new, should be on.
yeah, it should be under warranty for most things, so.
And
we have,
just your oil changes.
Yeah, we have three oil changes, I believe.
We can leave it at 2, I mean, we're already, we got
Other than
7.
those running boards I had to buy.
Yeah.
And Corey had a small bill for building those brackets.
I think those are already done though, weren't they? They were in 2024?
Yeah, I think that's what that 13 is for.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should be good.
I thought that was.
They do have a couple things for us to talk about on the truck and we're in executive too. It was 15. So we can take that one off, 'cause that should be,
No, the 2015 utilities off, that's the
Yeah.
2015.
truck, Matt's truck.
Yep.
Matt truck, gonna be good with
Is
that.
that good with
Yeah, I'd
5,000?
say, yeah, who knows, but.
everything holding up as far as plowing,
Um,
tires for now?
last couple of weeks have been pretty rough. Jim's truck went start one day, so we had to change the starter out. Lucky he was in the garage. It wasn't much fun. Had to get one of the Daniels, was working over at Corey's to help us out. Matt's too big to fit under there, and Jim can't breathe on when he's laying on his back, and I wasn't feeling good that day. So he came and helped us out, and I told Steve about it, and he was cool with it. And the no repair was leaking. Matt Mangle was bed chain in the height of one of the storms, so we had to change that. I fixed it the first day. I put new links in, but then it didn't last long. It lasted like two storms.
Was it just from not being used as much last year, or is it just wear, or is it
Well, we put in
a rod get caught, or?
I don't really know what happened, but now it's all new sprockets in the back, new bearings, new shaft, and new chain. And then of course it took out the keyways on the gearbox. Lucky we had all those parts in stock on the back, so it was just 3/4 of the day of working on it. Then Matt, Sunday morning, he took out the, I think he cracked it, I didn't know he did, but the slide bracket on the heel of the wing, he broke that slide off there, so you couldn't pick it up or anything, so I changed it up and we put it together. It was pretty cool at that morning. But yeah, a spare one from a few years ago. We had problems, so. I think what I did is I replaced the one on the old truck, and I ordered one, but in the meantime, we were ordering stuff from New York, and it took like 2 weeks to get here, so we just welded it. And so the new spare one came in like 3 weeks later, and it was sitting out back, so I was like, well, I know where this is gonna go.
Do you think his
That
was
was Sunday morning.
fine at 5 then?
Yeah.
Backhoe, that's got, you bought extra tires, or you had spare tires for
I think
that.
we're good for, yeah, I think that's good for now.
And Grady, you bought blades last year,
Yep. I'd say that's pretty good shape.
and you got tires 2 years ago
Yeah.
for that, I think, right?
3 years ago.
2 or 3, something like that, so that should be able to stay.
Yep.
Equipment fund can stay the same.
Keep it where it is.
Yep. And we can leave that one at the same too. Yeah, let's leave that 97 that Kim's got in there. Phone, we can leave that one too. Garbage, yep. Then the next one, you don't have any building repairs you want to try to do?
No. That was for the doors, which
Yeah.
are pretty nice, really.
Mhm.
They make a big difference. The only door that did get replaced is where the back door goes. It's an old one.
Mhm.
I didn't know if you wanted to save like $5,000 off of that, or if you just want to run with it for another few years.
If it's working, is it working good enough?
Yeah, it's
or
in decent shape. There's some frost around the walls that it leaks a little bit, but
still goes up and down
yeah,
when you
I
need
do
it
play
to?
with it for a while.
The furnace in there still working okay?
Yep.
Mhm.
The balloons had to come last year, I think it was. Came twice in a row to change a few parts on it.
And then you can see where you're at on the next one.
Yep.
I know I had talked about, and I don't know how you guys felt about it, is doing a, kind of like we do for like the equipment, highway maintenance, or highway, what is it called? Equipment fund, you know, doing the highway department, building fund, you know, for that way, you know, we wanna try to do that, salt shed, and we wanna try to upgrade the, at that end of the building and future needs. What do you guys feel about that? Sure, yay, nay, no, you know, I'm not saying, you know, and it may not get used next year, may not get used for years to come, you
I
know,
think
or
that has to be warned.
that does, it does.
Any equipment from any fund that you set aside money has to be warned
Oh,
to
I think-
taxpayers.
I think what would be best is if you can provide a report on the status of the buildings, improvements, things that need to be fixed, things that need to be upgraded, and provide a list so that we can start doing some research on what is this gonna cost and start getting quotes, then we can present it to the town and say, here's what our town facilities need, here's what we can do without, and then we can have a number we can put forward to them. I think that if we just blindly ask for money to throw out something without having an idea of what you want.
Well, I wasn't saying-
No, I'm not saying that to be, but I'm saying,
I was saying, no, I'm
I
saying.
think we need to work in reverse.
Yeah.
It's like, you need to, you know, as the foreman, come to us and say, here's the status of the buildings, here's what needs to be done.
Yep.
And then we can start looking at dollar amounts and putting that forward.
Yeah.
That will hopefully also allow us to, you know,
I'd say-
monitor some.
I'd say like, yeah, the salt shed's the main part right now, the rest of the building's pretty tight. We painted the roof a few years ago, so that's better, and it's all decent, but, the salt shed's the biggest issue right now. And there's different ways you can go about it, it all depends how much money you want to spend.
Mhm.
I have some ideas, and then,
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, put everything together, and then the next time that we come, we all get together on it, you can say, here's what I think we need for the buildings.
Yeah.
And then we can have a discussion, prioritize, you know, come up with a plan to present to the town as to how we're gonna
Yep.
maintenance or upgrades or. I mean, was my mistake in the wording, so what's going on next?
Just not gonna throw it at it, hope it grows.
Just throw some money.
Okay. Got anything else, Seth?
nothing I want to think of, I mean, kind of get it all. But then the roadside mower, or the roadside mowing for the sheriff this summer.
Do we have one more year on Jeff's contract?
No.
We're done.
Done. What do you think?
I know a few towns, people that would do it just like Jeff did, for like a contract for a few years.
With their own equipment already,
Yeah.
or using Jeff's, or renting Jeff's? or-
No, just using their own. Like Alfred's one of them, he's got the same setup.
You know, check it out and see what they'll do.
Yeah.
Or bid it.
Yep. Or it's either that, or, I mean, I threw some, there's some like state tractors with mowers on them that you can buy out of state. And it only costs you like 5,000 to ship up here, but I showed them Steve one day and they're reasonable. Like I remember Jeff wanted like 28,000 for a setup, and it's an old tractor. You could get one with a cow on it for the same amount of money, you know.
That's a 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel
Yeah,
drive?
4-wheel. Yeah, there's some nice ones. Well, they didn't last long. They were sold. They're off. There's you know, there's auction sites. You just have to have. You have to be ready, I guess. I don't think there's much around here.
Does Fairfield have their own?
Yep. They have the same setup as one.
Which one?
They have
Does Highgate have one?
They just got one. They just got a boom mower actually. It's a brand new tractor.
Eastford Town have one too?
Oh,
It's on
It's on the grader? Oh,
yeah. I don't know if they must have a small tractor for them.
the-
I got a brand new one last year.
Brand new little tractor.
Eastford did.
I think Fairfax got one too now, because Jeff used to do theirs.
And I think Bakerfield has one on their grader too, right? I think cause it's getting new graders, I think
Yeah.
I think that's part of their,
Berkshire, they have two older tractors. They have one with a boom mower on it, with John Deere, then they have one Ford with a Discovery on it.
mm-hmm.
So I hit up Alfred to see if he wants to put a bid in. I think your neighbor, Boucher said something about it too.
I think he's somebody get close to retirement, but yeah, you can ask him.
We have to put out an announcement for
Yeah,
accepting
we'd
bids
have
as a
to,
town.
we'd have to do that,
Yeah.
just like we do for lawn mowing.
Gotcha.
I'm just looking, when do we normally put out the lawn mowing? What time of
Usually
year?
too late. This year it should go before or at town meeting or thereabouts, cause it's usually,
March and April is when
yeah,
April.
usually it's about April when we need to
End
start,
of April, they're
Yes.
starting.
yeah.
Okay.
Roadside ones, like usually before school gets out, maybe June or.
Yeah, And then certain spots we wanna have hit a second time,
Definitely.
certain intersections, I should say, not all of the whole road, but certain intersections hit twice.
Yeah. I think we're good with brush cutter for now. I got an email the other day saying if you run it in the winter time, it's like $500 off a week or something, but we don't really need it, so
Well, if the snow doesn't,
maybe next year.
if the snow keeps holding off, you'll be able to cut plenty of brush along the side of
Yeah,
the road.
definitely.
Oh. The end of Rick's Road. What's going on down there? Like, explain, like,
So
cause there's, Piazza's,
But our road,
Bedard Road. Jim still is making 2 trips to plow it.
well, he goes down and puts sand on, or I mean salt, when he does his pavement. Of course, he goes down Pine and Cedar with salt. And he doesn't dare to plow it because he's been hung up down there before with salt. You don't have any weight in the truck. So his neighbor's driveway is kind of a little sketchy spot to turn around. And I've had to pull him out of there before just because he doesn't have any weight in the truck. So he has to go down San Moore Road anyway. So then he just goes down and hits the dirt with sand, and then turns and plows in sand. Or usually it's that'd be the last on his list. So
Okay, cause I just know Rick has said that it's been a few hours sometimes before it's hit, so.
he explains it. He explained it to Rick one day when he was down. He ran into him.
Does Jim leave with just straight salt on?
Yeah,
He-
yeah.
2 buckets, 3
Yeah.
buckets, half?
2 buckets. He can do his whole route. It's either that or put a full truckload on. But we found out even my route with 2 buckets. It's either that or 2 buckets in a mix with sand, and then it's a lot more. The fuel economy is a lot better with this salt rather than hammering through the full load all the time. I've been hitting these roads around here with just salt, usually like every other time. Otherwise, it's just way too much sand on the road. The traffic doesn't move fast enough to blow it off. So it's either you're using 2 scoops or you're using 2 scoops.
so by the time he hits Bedard Road, he just doesn't have enough weight in the truck to go all the way down. But if he started going to Rick's and then did the other things afterwards, while he still had salt, he's still, at
Yeah,
that point, he just doesn't have enough salt to
Right.
turn around that driveway.
right. Yeah, he's been hung up down there before.
Just wanted to ask the question.
And he explained that to Rick, because that's, you can plow it, but either way, you're gonna have to go back down there or sand if you want to sand it.
Mhm.
So it's not too far out of his way, because he's gotta go down the Warner Road anyway.
So at the very least, you could like plow it though
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, you could, yeah. You're just taking a chance on not being able to turn around and drive away, but we can try it. It's either that or pave the road for Rick. He wants it done anyway.
I don't think it's big enough at the end, is there? No, there's not a cul-de-sac big enough, it's not big enough at the end, right?
No, just instead of,
Now you have to back into what used to be French's, where the palm in the front is. where it's
yeah,
gonna
that's right away, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta hug the trees right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it dropped off right there. Okay.
I think they built a new house on that road, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. There'd be 4 houses. There'd be 5 houses on that section of dirt. There's 4 right now.
How long is that road? That's not
It's
paved.
gotta be like a little.
When it turns to dirt,
Yeah.
It's gotta be a little bit quarter.
yeah, it's like a quarter mile.
Yeah.
It just basically goes to the dip and then straight up to Rick's. Two
It
driveways.
would be handy. Then that'd be the problem solved.
No, if it's not big enough at the end. That's. Okay,
Take a look at it.
can chew on it.
Something too, in the future, maybe after we get another few of these rough roads paved, we could use the class 3 roads, so we can't get a big grant for them, but we could use the state's money or the Better Back Roads money and put our money toward maybe paving the first part of Duffy up until the St. Pierre Road. That road's hard to hold together. And maybe Cattell Road too, till the 4 corners would be nice. Sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can discuss it at management budget stuff as well.
It's not anything for this year.
Nothing
No.
right now, but.
No.
How was all the cars up there for the fire? Was any issues with salt?
No, I hit it with some mix.
There is a person that did a bunch of sanding, like after or maybe before you got there, that Rick would like to have us, because he went above and beyond what he needed to do, like helping out. And he's using his own material, and Rick felt that we should reimburse him for the salt that he used and the sand that he used to build a. And I just talked to Rick in a text, not on a phone call, so I don't know how much it was exactly or anything like that, so I will follow up with him and discuss at the next meeting to make sure that's addressed and taken care of too, so I didn't know when it happened or anything like that, so, or what time frame or anything like that, so.
For the fire cans.
Yep.
Who was it that spread it?
Adam
Adam, was that him?
came.
Yeah, he told me something like that. I jumped up on the truck when I was right there. He was saying something like that, but yeah, down in front of the firehouse needed some attention too, because they were hauling water out of there and it was freezing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
None of it was terrible, you know. What I mean?
Yeah,
It was-
yeah.
It was snowing out, and by like another few hours, the roads were covered, so we ended up coming back in.
Yep.
At like 2:30, I think it was.
It wasn't as icy, I don't think. I mean, I wasn't over there as it was the night of the fire.
Down in Sweet Hollow.
Yeah, down in Sweet Hollow.
Yeah.
That was pretty icy.
Yeah.
Everywhere's.
Yeah.
Everywhere's. I mean, I think the wind was blowing a little bit more there too. But I'm not sure, not 100% sure, so. Okay. Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good. You good?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Seth.
Thank you.
That's all of it, right, Kim? I think that we've gone through, or do we have one more spot?
All of the ones that are highlighted are numbers that I just pulled over from last year. to this year.
Yeah, right here, what does it look like? Right here. These highlights.
So. The municipal plan, I put that number in, that's what's left.
That's a hard number that's left, or a,
That is what Northwest Regional contracted for us.
you're putting cents in there, Rick doesn't want that,
I
Steve
gotta
doesn't like
change
that.
that.
Steve doesn't like that, that's gonna have to be 43.
And it's gonna be 67,
67?
4267.
Okay, 67, okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah, that's fine.
You're right,
He does not like that over
I
there.
did those too.
That's one we can get hung up on pretty easily. We can talk about that with you after.
Appraisal assistance, that's, I just rounded it, I have no idea, I don't even know who we're gonna contract with, I think they're in your box, there's 3 of them.
Okay.
2, 3. One other one, I don't have it yet, is the municipal, it's further down. The municipal, tax. County tax. They haven't gave me that number yet. But Parks and Recs, I put 15,000, I don't know, that was the blacktopping.
Yeah, and I called, should have it any time now.
Okay. Before you need to go to print?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you have a deadline for me?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
February 1st book is delivered to Repro for the draft copy.
Should we try to schedule a meeting for next Monday? Or Sunday to go over all this?
I think so.
That'd be good.
It's not 29th. Same time? 7:30?
Hopefully Steve and Rick can meet.
Now for items that we're putting on here as singular line items, I see the field days, $5,000 in here for the appropriations. For new items that we're putting in here, we'll put them in the budget, and if it's voted down as a singular tax item, people can adjust the budget on the spot, correct? So for the town administrator position, should we put that salary on here, or is it already on here? I don't see it.
It's not on there. Nothing's on there, so you're gonna have that, you're gonna have all of the benefits.
Yep. But we should include it until people get to vote on it as a line item, correct?
I don't.
So we'll just bring that up next Monday then.
Okay. As far as the windshield, we've never replaced a windshield before. And that's we've never replaced one before, and I think we start doing it now, we're gonna open it up to anyone. And the state doesn't replace theirs, anyone's that, if you're driving down this road and a rock comes off the state highway, hits your windshield, they don't replace it, that's just the way, and that's my stance on that, but again, I'm more than willing to listen to what anyone else has to say.
Right. I was just hoping the gentleman would come in and we had Seth here so we could hear both sides of the story.
Under normal circumstances, I agree with you. I think it's something we can't really point fault to. I think in this scenario, our foreman, according to what I read, accepted fault.
He didn't, he said, he told me, because I asked him, and he said, I told him I don't have the paperwork, you have to call the office and talk to Kim.
The email, and I mean, right away what he said. Or like the
Exactly.
email says, our foreman admitted fault. Our foreman, so I mean, without Mr. Mercy being here, at the opportunity with our foreman so we could clear it up. I don't feel like he's doing anything bad. I feel like he was probably, he's just, my windshield got cracked. You guys said it was you, so I'd like to get that reimbursed if you guys could help me out here. Which I understand, but I wish that he was here so we could get his side of the story versus what our foreman says. So I don't know. I think, I agree, like as a blanket policy, it's an act of God, if you will. I think that in the future, our foreman should, if that was what was said, needs to just rely on going back to policy or getting
Go
back
see
to
go see
the select board or whoever we appoint as a road commissioner to clear it up before, if that was the case, but we don't have Mr. Mercy here to attest to that.
So is anyone making a motion?
What are we gonna make the
I'll say is that we're not gonna pay it anymore. If he calls back again and asks him that we're going to pay for it or we're not gonna pay for it. I mean, I think that's.
Right. I'll make a motion that we don't pay for it. We were hoping to get an explanation
In person.
from both parties of why. And so,
Second.
All those in favor? No. Aye.
No discussion.
No discussion. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Where is the drawing? Who's that jolly one?
Should be in there.
You can look at that. That's the for the jail masonry for here.
Just sign these as the authorized agent, right?
If you look at the last one, it shows you right here what it looks like, right there. your title.
Yeah.
and- Yep.
You know, across the board.
Yep, yep. You had to hit it on me.
I know, there's one in here, but I have
I'm
a
like,
copy.
I'm like, where, I'm not seeing it. So she's talking about, Megan, Hilliker, about the 105.
Mhm.
Nothing we can do about 105 in the speed because it's all state. We have no. She lives at the bottom of the dip. Is that what you're talking? Do we have bus stop hide signs at the top? And we do, don't we?
I believe they are
I believe we. There it is.
state.
But it's a state. But I'm like, I think we have that.
They sign.
Did your heat go out at the office? So you came in one day and it was nothing?
No, well, it's hard because my office is always warm, so I don't notice it till the afternoon, and it's like, oh, I kept turning every thermostat up to see if it would come on, but
Oh boy.
it is out.
Okay, so one of us should probably get in touch with her and just kind of let her know. I mean, our hands are kind of tied on it because it's a state road.
So
It's-
I did
it's
you
just-
or these
I
all?
think
You just have to sign it, that's it.
Yeah, it's one option of the ones I
Yep.
signed.
Read that. I have a liquor license here that needs to be approved, for the Jolly Convenience Store. Same as what we had to do for the Abbey in, is Meeting Mart?
Mhm.
Meeting Mart too.
But they haven't a budget, but
They're going
Same
to have the
thing,
same thing, yes.
Make a motion, we accept it?
You make a motion to accept it? Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion? Hearing none, and no nays? Any nays? No. Approved. I'll read the meeting minutes from January 8th, here at the town clerk's office at 7:30. Present, Stephen Dodd, South Andover, David Kluber, Rick Piazza, Nick Norris, and Kim Dufresne. 7:30, Steve opened up the meeting and read the agenda, added executive session to review applicants for town administrator and personnel, signed warrants. Steve read the meeting minutes from December 18th, Rick motion to approve as read, seconded by David, and motion carried. Nick, motion to approve liquor license for the Abbey, and seconded by Seth, motion carried. Signed 2024 highway mileage certificate. Worked on budget, 2024 budget. 8:30, Seth motion to go in executive session, seconded by David, motion carried. 10:30, entered into regular session, Seth motion to adjourn, seconded by David, meeting adjourned. Reported by Kim Dufresne. Do I hear a motion to accept these minutes?
Make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Hearing none? What was wrong with it?
The state has shortened both Sheldon's and Enosburg's mileage on that Duffy Road. It's in that, the email attached. I think it's 0.25 or point something. So they're gonna correct it this year.
They were just gonna give us some money or something. So 0.04 in our favor.
No,
No,
both of us lost 0.04.
yeah, both did. Yeah. So I need a motion to accept the mileage change for the Duffy Hill Road of 0.04 miles by both us and Eastern.
I think we just have to approve it.
Yeah, no, just, it was the inventory notes were back from 1985 and they were a little off. So they're adjusting them to now when they can actually use satellite imagery and stuff like that. So that's why it was noticed when they paved this section of Enosburg's portion, and that's where it came up and where it started. So just need to know if I can accept this mileage change. Or we can accept this without change.
Make a motion.
Make a motion?
I'll
Seconded?
it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Carries. You get to sign this.
Do you know, has Matt been to his first sack course? Is he liking it?
I think so.
So,
So what is she looking for? Just answers to,
I know they called Rick. Is that the fire?
yeah, no, this is
Burning.
the burning and taking down the barn and
Rick, I know he called me for Rick's number, I gave it to him. So I'm sure Rick knew what he was building, or burning. But he sorted the tin, the tires, the stuff that he couldn't burn, the wood.
there's nothing against.
No,
As long as it's not, there's no lead, you can,
that old barn across from Lucia's.
let's read it.
The old barn across from your shoes?
Costello, the one that fell in. Mark St. Pierre tore it apart and burnt it.
Is this the first time we've ever gotten something from, Salem's Co-op?
That's the first time I've ever gotten anything, yeah.
I'd be curious what the boot program is. I got it here from the Salem's Co-op saying they offer boot programs for companies and municipalities and make it easier for employees to get the right pair of boots. From Matt Duffy, the Salem's Co-op. I don't see why we wouldn't look into what that may be or what that might look like. What the program would consist of. have to let Seth know about that. Can you forward this to Seth and just let him know that we were having, look into this? See what it is, what it looks like? Did she fix the issue? Did it have to do anything with this?
That's what our CLA is right now.
Um,
We will be in reappraisal for this year. We're gonna get a letter from the state telling us we have to do a reappraisal.
And then you said you better talk to Nemrick and
Not for the reappraisal, but for the assessor's job.
who the assessor job.
There's two of them, there's, I think it's Jason is one, Ted,
Mhm.
and Nemrick.
Okay.
Or Justin, his name's Justin.
Did we need to add this to a budget, vote on this? This just has to happen, so we're just,
No, it doesn't have to.
or
Just,
for the quotes, or just don't know what we're.
I think we're looking at the, I remember when we were talking about the I thought it was in the municipality office that we talked about it. Because I think that's where it came up, if I remember correctly.
What is it?
The jail masonry. Well, I think that's when we talked about it, this is when we were doing when we were talking about the office here. I think we were talking about, I think Rick brought it up, that there was about the cracks.
Right, that, I remember the conversation saying.
But I don't think we ever,
It's not in our.
it's not in it right now, and we haven't put it in, and we can table it until the 29th. Right, yeah, 29th when we meet.
I mean, do we plan on getting another quote for the 29th?
We can see if we can.
Okay. I think we have if it's over a certain amount, we need X amount of quotes anyway, right? So,
And we can budget too, but we probably should get another quote to at least have an idea. It's not like they're gonna do the work right now anyways, so. And nothing saying that we're gonna put it in there, but at least we can have it to move forward, so. Okay.
you see that, and
Yep.
cause I saw a proposal there for,
Anyone have anything else?
I don't know if we should table that, June,
Yep.
until the 29th.
Yep, we'll tell you that to the 29th, the letter from Mrs. Sweet. Anyone have anything else?
Just executive
That's
session.
it, just the executive, one. Okay. Take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session and we adjourn the meeting when we exit executive session.
Do I have a second?
I will second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.